So you're playing the QOP mid, right? There's a very simple mechanic that you can win the game. So first is you kind of want to use poison to harass and last hit in the lane. And then second one is you want to control the rune with blink every rune. Because all these rune, you have a very high advantage compared to all other mid hero. So this hero is a very snowball-ish hero. And then the way of snowballing is first the lane, and then second one is the rune. And then third one, whenever you have an ultimate, think about TP with the kill. Normally other heroes, like they have to smoke to kill the side lane. But like this hero, like you can literally sit in the lane, keep farming, and then if wave is good, like near your tower, then you can always just TP and then join the fight very easily. So that's the advantage that this hero has as a core. Alright, so this is the really important lane technique. It applies for every mid laner. So here, what's gonna happen is you're gonna kill the opponent range first, and then here, after this is very important. After you kill this, you should not let this guy to pull lane back like this. Then how can I counter this? The way of countering this is just right click this guy, so you get the creep aggro, all of these creeps. Yeah, here you poison this guy, and then you right click. Then what's gonna happen is all these three creeps gonna hit you, right? And then you're gonna go forward, and then because these creeps are hitting you, these creeps gonna come back to fight against these creeps. And then the reason why you don't want to like split like this is because if the creep split like this, then now you have to farm this creep far away from this guy. Even though you have a lane advantage, like you cannot harass this guy. Why? Because you have to last hit. And then ideally what you want to do here is not only for harassing this guy more, it's more about you keep up the lane here so you can form a double wave and then you can tower dive. Especially in the mid laner versus mid laner, it's very hard to hit the last hit under the tower. And then after the patch, way of the tower damage works to the creep. Because of that, it's way easier for you to deny opponent creep under their tower. And then also here, like what you want to do is you don't like, especially when you play the range hero, like you don't want these creeps to get hit by the tower. If you can tank, then it's better to tank here. So like you kind of hold the lane this way. The reason why you don't want tower to hit your creep is it's hard for you to last hit, and then when you play the queen, you kinda want to have a lane control like around here, so you can use your poison and then actively harassing this guy. And then another thing I'm gonna say is the skill build. Right now, the popular build is you hold your skill point and then use the scream to secure the last hit. Because if you look at the cost, it's only 80 mana for securing the range, so it's pretty good spell right now. So just hold the spell, and then here, imagine you don't have a blink, and then if you have a third spell right now, you can deny this, and then you can use Scream to secure this. So you can do both things. Yeah, and now the creeps under coming, so it's the same thing. What you want to do is you don't want these creeps to go under your tower. You want to tank here, so you can make creep equality here. And the similar thing, whenever this guy comes like this, like you should not give him the free creeper like this. Whenever he tried to pull, because the creep's on your hill, right? So it's hard for this guy to last it. So this is the advantage that you have. And how can I abuse this advantage? Whenever this guy come close, you use your poison and then keep right click this guy like 2 times. Right click, go move towards forward, hit this, secure the range. And now because you get the creep aggro, like this creep's gonna be like here, right? And it's the same thing. Yeah, right now you cannot harass this guy again. You have to last hit this behind the tower. And then I want to talk about your item build as well. Like right now, if you look at the cost of the Null Talisman, this recipe only gives you +1 ore stat and then 3% the spell amp and then whatever the mana regen. It doesn't give you that much. It's like it's not the cost efficient item. People only buy this for the item slot. So right now, like you have a 400 gold, you almost have border. And then the reason why the buying Null Talisman is bad is because imagine you are like 150 gold away from the border, and then now you bought the extra, the regen. Like this money is basically wasted because you just click it and it's gone, right? 110 is gone and 70 is gone. Especially how the laning going, like this guy cannot harass you. You just rush the border. Yeah, and then if you spam like more with the border advantage that you have, then it's gonna give you even more. Yeah.
So it's usually to get the bottle if I'm in an advantage, and then I buy mangoes or salves if it's a harder lane? Or do I just try to avoid buying salves and mangoes because they're waste?
Yeah, I think the maximum buying one serve is good enough. And then after that, like try to rush the border so you don't have to buy extra the regen. And then after that, if you buy border, your lane is pretty much secured, right? And then after that, you can think about finishing those. And now your border is coming, and look at the timer. So now his rune's gonna be spawned. So pushing out lane is very good. And then here, so you gotta look at the minimap right now because you need to know if opponent support is camping the rune. So if you look at the map, you can see Oracle top. So if there's a rune spawn top, this is pretty much 100% secured. Why? Because you're gonna harassing this guy so this guy cannot contest the rune, right? And the only missing guy is the Earth Spirit. So rune that you should be aware of is you should move towards the downside because the Oracle is not coming. And then the only missing hero is the Earth Pit, but now you see it. But like 5 seconds ago, you didn't see the Earth Pit, right? So move your body towards the down. So if bottom rune spawn, then you can contest. And then if rune spawn top, then you can just simply blink towards top. If this guy try to contest the top rune, then this guy 100% die. So right now, if rune spawn top like this, there's an Oracle showing, then this is 100% secured. What does that mean is you don't have to rush on taking this. Instead, you can just deny this. You can even Shadow Strike this guy one more time, and then you can deny everything. You can contest all the last hit. And then you can still take the rune. So it's like for the being perfect, you know. And this kill is very great. Yeah, amazing kill. And then whenever you kill the opponent, what you want to do is you want to refill your resources right away. Why? Because right now you killed solo kill opponent, right? Then you have like a lot of advantage XP wise and then net worth wise. So you want to keep snowball. Like as soon as this guy TP down to the lane, you should be ready to like fuck this guy again. So like here you have a 500 gold. I would like to buy the boots, and then I'm gonna buy ward and clarity. The reason is that it's gonna be 5 minutes soon, right? So you need the up tier ward again. This ward is gonna be down soon. And then you pushing this wave is really good because when opponent's dying, you want to push this wave into their tower. So opponent missing the XP. And now you're going for the bounty. This is like all the perfect. Yeah, you're playing very well.
What I'm not sure about in these times is like when should I roam or when should I just stick to my lane and try to push an advantage?
I'm gonna show you example because I see the problem later on the 6 minute. But usually, like when you play middle, right? This guy, mid hero, should make a play on the map. Yes, that's 100% right. But you also should realize your hero is positioned too. Like this hero is really important to having a farm. So like every rotation should be in the way that it doesn't hurt your game. Like when you rotate, you should not lose too much. It has to be natural. Like you check the rune and then like naturally walking towards here. Like here, 5 minutes. Usually all the Caesar spawns, right? And then yes, you want to make a rotation, but this is timing where you should not make a rotation in the other lanes. Why? Because there's a siege in your lane. The best play at this point is you call your support to come middle. And then you're even winning this lane hard, right? So you're ready. So it's better, pressure together. And then because you have ultimate ready, like all the side lane, it's like if this lane comes to here, then you can always TP to kill. If this lane comes to here, then you can TP to kill like this. So like you don't want to completely abandon your lane and then like looking for the rotation. Like that's the play when you are losing. When you are losing, you have to do something crazy, right? You cannot just static laning. So here you gotta score your support. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna create pressure together with you, and then they're gonna secure 6-minute rune together as well. But right now there's no support to secure you in the rune, but it's okay. And another thing is in this one. So here now you have a double wave, and it's very, I'm not sure if you have a glyph or no, but it's very important to press the glyph. So you save this creep. So like with the siege creep and this creep, you can actually do a lot of damage here. Yeah, and then this is why it's important for the 6-minute rune. Like the wire should be like a minute ago, and then you should not miss this rune. This rune is like very important. Luckily this Pango didn't go for the rune. And then here, this is a very important moment. So now look at your net worth. you're like a top net worth, right? As what I said, most of the mid laners gonna do the same thing as what you're doing. They take the rune and then they're gonna go for the here, right? But this hero is the special hero. Like this hero has a blink and this hero has a like special the ability. The Sonic Wave is a very strong burst spell. So like there are 4 mistakes here. Let's just watch the play first. This missing kill is whatever. Yeah, so this is what happened, and I'm gonna tell you which one is the wrong part. First is before the gank to the side lane, you gotta check the where lane is. That's the first step. And then if you check the lane here, this is like not a great spot to the gank because it's close to opponent tower. If you look at the top, this is a very good position for you to gank. Like this, the waves are close to your tower, right? And the second reason, the way of you using the regeneration, usually you want to like use entire your spells to farm everything, and then you want to regen every mana. So your net worth is like keep going higher and higher, and then now you can TP to join with the blink and then Sonic Wave. This is why this hero is like very strong as a mid laner. Compared to other mid laner, way of them ganking is all about the TP into the gank because they don't want to lose snowball by themselves. So instead of you running at this, the correct play is click the lane. Bottom, nope. Top is possible, yeah. And then you come back to the here. You farm all this. Scream, nuke. Use regen. Use spam nuke. Spam everything on this guy. And then after that, you click the TP here. And then scream to this guy or whatever. Something like that. Then this regen rune's gonna give you like 1,000 gold if you use it properly. Another reason why this is not so great is killing the Abaddon before the 6. Yes, that's a correct concept. But after the kill, there's nothing to follow up. There's no tower pressure. You know what I mean? So that's another small stuff. But if you are playing versus Abaddon, you definitely want to kill this guy before the 6. So that was a correct read, I'm gonna say. And now, filling up the clarity is very good. At this point, like you lose your tempo, you know what I mean? You want to play aggressive, but if you like keep getting the force to the side lane, then it's pretty bad. All you have to do is just wait for the Sonic Wave, go for the rune control, and then if you really want to make the move, then you need to call the support. So let's just watch. So laning, and there's an 8-minute rune coming. It's very important for you to have a ward and support to helping you taking the rune. Because this rune is very important. It's like very overpowered. And now rune is coming. You have to push out the lane. Yeah. And then sad. This guy didn't take the rune. So now game become very Monka Giga. The reason why missing the rune is very bad is because your next play become very risky. Like your ultimate is upcoming, what you want to do is pretty much same. You want to like TP down here to like pressure the side lane, right? You want to TP down here to pressure the side lane. But this is pretty much the unkillable. And this guy is level 4, definitely pressurable. So like with your ultimate, you want to TP down here to pressure this guy. But the problem is, opponent mid laner also have a arcane rune. It means when you do this, this guy can easily match TP here to like match you. So your next play become very risky. Then what am I supposed to do? Should I just AFK farming mid? No. In this kind of case, the best play that you can make is call your support to gank opponent mid lane. Or you still don't care. You just fucking do this. This is the high risk and the high return play, but it has to be either nicely set up with the TP or smoke. That's one you need. And then another smart thing, try to have a magic stick or magic wand in your item slot in early game, because this patch is very fast. Every kill gives you so much golden XP. You should be ready for the fight every time 24/7. And right now, so you have a filled up regen and you're looking at the situation. Bottom lane, I cannot pressure. Top lane, yeah, this guy getting hard contested. So you are going in the right way, and then you talk about this Juggernaut taking middle, it's completely fine. Because usually after the 8-minute mark, I always say laning phase is end by the 8-minute mark. Why? Because usually opponent offlaner is online. So like single core the plays is not a thing anymore. So 2 core player together pressuring one lane is a ideal situation. So you are playing very correct. Your carry is farming and 2 of you guys pressuring one lane. And then if there's a camp here, then you keep hitting this. You just keep the farming near the camp where you are pressuring. So this is like an amazing rotation that you are making. Yeah, so good. And then all this play, honestly, should get countered by this Pango TP. But I don't know what happened to this guy. I don't know why this guy is not... Like, imagine, you go on this guy, this is good kill. And then, like, you guys are diving this Pango should TP here right now. He has an Arcane Rune, TP down here. And then, yeah.
You did.
Like, some of you guys should die, you know what I mean? But opponents are not playing perfectly. And then, like, after you make some move, you need the rewards. So, like, taking this lane, taking this farm is all good. You need some kind of reward. It's very important for mid hero to get farm as well.
I see, yeah. I think that's what happened here. Like, I wasn't sure what to farm anymore. So I ended up going bottom, which I think was wrong. Because I couldn't do anything to the Abaddon.
I see. Yeah, so now you don't have Sonic Wave, right? So your job is pretty much just farming. And then wait for the Sonic Wave. And then you should be ready for the next movement. Which means that you need to make yourself healthy. The mana wise and HP wise. And then that doesn't mean you cannot make any move. At this point, you are relying on your teammate to set up. Like you are relying on these guys to set up nicely. So you can just TP. And then just spamming these 2 can get some result, you know what I mean? Or you being in the smoke. So like this is time where you relying on the teammate. Same situation like when you made the 6-minute rotation. Your Sonic Wave is down, you rely on your teammate to rotate. Then you focus your own game. And then this one, I'm gonna say is very like dangerous move. Because
Blink, yeah.
Yeah, this pair is your commitment pair. If opponent's better, you're 100% dead. Why? Pango lore, and then one guy TP, you're dead 100%. But your opponents are not doing it. So just be aware of using this pair. Like usually in Dota, like you don't really want to commit yourself unless it's 100% secured play. And then forcing this is good, but you have to understand the misplay that you guys did is losing too much resources here when Rune is upcoming. So you gotta understand, like this play is purely for the forcing. Like you just want to do some chip damage on the tower. And then the really important part is next rune upcoming, 12 minutes. But what happened here is now you lose almost your regen, the health. And you end up going back to home when rune is upcoming. And then look at this. And then this is a similar mistake as you made. And look at this. Now, this Pangolia took the haste rune. And imagine you having this rune. You have a haste rune with the Sonic Wave. Right now, this top play is 100% secure. And this guy cannot even play aggressive anymore because of this rune. So you walking towards the bottom lane is really good. Because you want to be ready for the TP, for the fight happening top, right? And then they're committing top. And look at the top wave. This Pango came with the haste. And then now your teammates are all dying. But imagine you having this haste rune. This play is 100% the other way. They should all die here. And then you clean up everything here, you gain like 1000 gold in one play. And then now I'm gonna talk about team fight. You got the point why the rune control is very important. Right now, this meta or this player maker mid with the power rune is overpowered. Like right now, like once this guy get this play is 100% never gonna work it. And then if you get this, then this play is 100% secure. And then I'm gonna talk about the concept. So in the team fight in Dota, there's a commit mode concept. In Dota in general, you don't really want to commit first unless it's 100% secured play. And then if you look at the top, so what's gonna happen is, look at this. Since the Earth Spirit lore like this guy is commit 100%. It means this guy cannot escape after this initiate. Then right now you have a Sonic Wave and you're ready for everything. So this is a perfect timing for you to just click the TP. You don't really want to TP before opponent commit. Right now they're talking without you, right? And then once this guy lure like this, you should immediately click the TP here right now. So now count the time. I'm gonna lure the simulate, and now you're here. You don't use your blink. You are blink here. What's gonna happen? You are here. You're here, showing your face, and this guy's coming, and then you use your ultimate and the scream, clean them everyone here. If that happened, like this guy coming with the haste doesn't really help anyway. You know what I mean? Like once this happened, yeah, this fight is over right here. And then I'm not gonna say you should just blindly TP here because your teammates are here. You only TP here because opponent committed. You know what I mean?
So after the Earth Spirit rolled.
Exactly. If you TP before him the lolling, then you feel super bad. You know what I mean? What if this guy just kiting, just standing here? Then now you feel bad and then your bottom tower getting pressure, right? But once this guy lure in like this is a commitment sign. And then, so what I wrote down here is the game is still not over. Like right now, even though you're close to the orchid, all you guys need to do is still running at them. Why? Because opponent Pango lore is down, right? This is time that you should play with the opponent weakness more than you guys own strengths or own timing. Because this guy is very weak, this guy is crit, this guy no ultimate. Same for this guy. Right now they have like 3 creeps. Crit, crit, crit. So, but then compared to that, you have a hero, 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 hero. You have 1 crit. This guy is crit, Radiance. So you have a 4 hero versus 2 hero. So this is timing for you guys to still keep up the tempo. So just think about pressuring them, playing with the team. You push out this, and then just TP here. And then after this, you pressure this tower together. And then what's another important thing? Next rune, 14-minute rune upcoming. So imagine you're here right now. Pressure tower together, 1330. You slowly walk towards for the rune. So now situation little change. Pango has lore, and you kind of have to play safe. And then here, I'm pretty sure you see the Earth Spirit TP here. So now you gotta understand, rune is upcoming, and then you see the Earth Spirit TP down here. So like your entire thinking process has to be like, alright, this is not my job. What's my job? My job is controlling the rune, and then I'm gonna apply the pressure. So after this camp, you should walk towards middle. Here, here, here. You should walk towards middle. And then what you did, honestly, is a pretty perfect play. So you clear this, and then when about to rune spawn, you TP here to secure the rune, but probably not. So that's why, like, what end up happening is you making the mistake here. But people can make a mistake, but usually people make mistake when you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, this TP is like you definitely TP here without the purpose. Yeah.
I think I need to improve on like making sure I know that when runes are about to spawn.
Yeah, exactly. It's very simple thing, but it makes the game very fluent. Now, it's still fine. You missed the Sonic wave, but you are still stronger than opponent. Why? Because you hit the timing. There's an Orchid, it's flying, and because even if you don't have ultimate, opponent also doesn't have ultimate. What does that mean? You always play with the opponent's weakness, right? Then compared to like Pango without lore, you're much stronger with the Orchid. So you're still connecting for your teammate, which is correct. And I'm gonna watch the team fight, and then I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. So you connecting to a teammate is correct, and then this guy committed means kiting, and then sooner your Legion Commander committed. It means just mode full fight, and then hope for the best. But what happened is, I think you guys had some communication issue or whatever, and then end up like only Legion Commander dying. So I'm gonna talk about the ideal scenario. So you connecting like this, and the opponent commit first. You kiting this guy is the right choice. You guys have to kite. Opponent commit, kite towards backwards, right? And then as soon as this guy use duel like this, now you guys are committed. You guys should just throw everything that you can for the win the fight. And then you see this perfect target. As soon as this guy the commit spell like this, you instant jump here, silence this guy, and then throw all the spells, and then hope for the best. I'm pretty sure you can kill either the Pango or Oracle should die at this point. This guy's so low, right? Or if you think you cannot stop him from using the first promise, then it's okay. You just change the target. Look at this. He used the spell on the Earth Spirit. Then there's another second target. So you just jump in, silence the Pango, throw your spares. This guy dead. This guy low. This guy low. And now, how can they fight? Pango dead. This guy low. This guy low. You're gonna just right click this guy. This guy has to get the fuck out. Pierre has to also get the fuck out. You know. From now, I'm gonna talk about the map statement and I'm gonna talk about threat of the Dota. So in Dota, in order to play the map, there are two big concepts. First is understanding of the map statement, and second one is understanding of the dying condition. So now you're off cooldown, you're not ready to fight, you want to put some side lane pressure, right? And bottom lane, Juggernaut's gonna do it. So you going towards top is correct play. Even though you're not ready to fight, you still want to create the map pressure. So someone has to like TP here, right? You also should understand that the line is here, like until here. Then when can I push this wave into their tower? In order for you to do this, you have to understand what hero on the map can kill me. And if you look at the opponent draft, there's only Pango plus Earthspirit. These two heroes together can kill you, otherwise they cannot kill you, right? It means if Earthspirit is showing on the map, or if Pango is showing on the map separately, then you can play here very aggressively. You can push this lane into them. And then, so because you see the Earthspirit here, and you see the Pango here, now you can push out this aggressively. Yes? No dying condition. And then now, you see the Earthspirit and Pango together, means you have no threat of dying, and you watching here is very, very correct. And then this is another team fight, the skill shot again. So here, you're watching the team fight, and then before the TP, you kinda like think about the target that you're gonna go. And then your Orchid usage is perfect, but slow hand. Yeah, this Oracle should die with your two spares here right now. The Orchid usage was good, but a little slow hand. Try to have a habit of always blinking and then press E after the stuff. So you blink in here, little closer, press E, silence, and then Q on the Oracle, and then hit this guy one time. Then this guy's dead. And now you don't have blink. You use the commitment spell, so you're kiting. This is good kiting, good kite, good kite. And then opponent commit again. What you want to do? You want to punish the opponent? Yes. Good. And then kiting. And then same thing. When this guy you're committed, what you want to do? Blink in, silence this guy. Blink in right now, silence. Throw all the spells. This guy's dead. And this fight should be like very heavily favored, but end up like just so-so. So you see what I'm talking. I'm not talking about the whatever the mistake that you make. I'm talking about all the concept of the fight. The commitment concept. Same thing, bro. When you're off cooldown, what you're supposed to do is creating the side lane pressure. All of you guys wants to play the side lane, either here or here. It's purely up to the communication. And then apparently Jug wants to go top, so you staying here is correct play. And all you have to do is make sure yourself become a healthy, and then wait for the Sonic Wave. And now you coming back, this is the correct play. Why? You have to understand. There's a Pango and Earthspirit missing on the map, right? You cannot play aggressive anymore. Play safe, play under the vision. But if Pango and the Earthspirit is showing here or here, then you coming back is really bad play. You understand why, right? You want to stay in the tree, and then you can keep making them annoying. So right now, you don't see the Pango and Earthspirit, and then because those two are missing, this Juggernaut cannot push this wave out. Then like what you're supposed to do at this point? First, look at the timer. It's gonna be Rune, up spawn soon. So you're gonna check the Rune. Then after that, you gotta help this Juggernaut to push out this lane. Why? Because now you force this Abaddon down. Like there's gotta be some people coming here. All you want to do is you want to create another pressure to top lane before this Abaddon push this wave into your tower. So you are always pressuring opponent first before the opponent like making pressure towards you. And then there's some random fight here. Okay, Rune boys. There's no Rune ward. Oh my god, opponent Pango get DD, Monka Giga. And same thing, you want to pressure the top lane, you connecting towards the top. Probably nope, waiting for the smoke. Let's see. Yeah, smoke. And then I'm gonna talk about the fight. Oh, and then this one, in the smoke, it's very important for initiator to lead. And the second one is very important for you. Usually you're the follow, right? You should talk your teammate that you can follow up or no, you know what I mean? You can follow up in the on time or no. So what's happening here? This smoke was great. Yeah, but the problem is Juggernaut leading the smoke. And the second one is, if you look at your camera, you're not ready to connect on time. So here, like looking at here is good, but because of your camera move, if you look at your hero, you're like stuck here. You know what I mean? It's very important for you to be ready to follow up. So when this guy popped out the smoke with the hex, and you can instantly jump together. So I'm just gonna watch this team fight again, because apparently I found lots of mistake in the team fight. So I'm gonna talk about it. So now you missed the chance, but it's okay. And then this Juggernaut is committed. This Juggernaut Q spell is committing spell. In Dota, every hero has committing spells. And then this guy committed means you need to help this guy. This guy cannot get out. Because opponent also know, no spin, no spin. And then look at this, commit, commit, commit. What does that mean? You gotta help this guy instantly right now. Then how can I help? Use your Sonic Wave through here right now. Use your Sonic Wave, blink in, silence this guy. Then all of this guy die instantly. But it was too slow. And then now you committed your spell, and kiting is good, kiting. And then usually the Oracle is the best target for you, but it's okay, you don't see him. So you're going for the second best target, which is the low HP carry. It's great, so you commit. And then opponent has save, so you cannot burst. So you kiting again, kiting. Good. And now you're waiting for the spells. And now you read the thing. Pango is low. Pango and then Oracle is my target. You chill. You don't have to commit your spell here. All you have to do is calm down, wait for right target to show on the map. And then look at this. This Pango show. This guy should die instantly. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about it again, okay? This smoke failed because of way of the setup. And after that, this guy committed. Means your team also have to commit. Otherwise, this guy is gonna die, right? And then opponent charging in. Another charging in. Look, there's gonna be Earth Spirit lore, Pango lore is 100% committed. And then your reaction is pretty late. Why? Because you're not ready. Your mindset should be like ready. As soon as this guy used the spin, you're ready. I'm gonna commit this fight. I'm gonna commit this fight. I'm gonna commit this fight. And then boom, 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 boom. Sonic Wave, blink, silence. Ah! They all die. And the same thing. Kite. You see the good target. Commit. Cannot burst. Kite towards back. And then wait. Right target to show. Pango low, Oracle. These two are the right target. And then you waste your spells. So this guy, I don't know why he's doing this. But okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show you one more the team fight and then pretty much done for this replay. So same thing. You don't have a Sonic Wave. You want to create the side lane pressure. And then this smoke. And let's watch how the fight goes. So first, this smoke setup is bad again. Why? Because the leading the smoke is Juggernaut, not the Legion Commander. Initiator always lead the smoke, and then support always should be ready. As soon as smoke break, he should drop the ward instantly. Yeah, so this hero has to be Legion Commander, and then this smoke broke, he should put ward instantly here. And then let's watch the fight. But opponent like react late. That's why you can win this fight. All good. And in the fight, and now you guys are connecting towards bottom tier 1, and let's watch this fight. Same thing, opponent RSP committed, throw spells, kite, and then your teammate committed, this guy also committed. And then what happened is you ignore the PR and then try to go for the backline. So this is another rule in Dota. In the team fight, like try not to ignore the teammate or opponent right in front of your face. The first important thing is the commitment concept. Commit, kite. You always want to kite towards back and then commit bait opponent to commit, and then you commit. And then another concept is in the team fight, the 5-man team fight together. What you want to do is you don't want to ignore the hero that in front of your face. You don't want to ignore the shaman. You don't want to ignore the Pierre here. Unless if it's a very important target. Usually the very important target is opponent team fight support like Oracle, Phoenix, Winter Wyvern. If those are under the vision, then you can ignore the guy and then jumping on the target. But like you jumping here is not the target for those heroes, right? Yeah, so first mistake that you made is not committing on this guy. This guy should instantly die. Orchid, spare, ultimate, he die instantly. And then another second mistake, you can jump like this if you are jumping on the right target. Who is the right target? Right target is this guy. Alright, I'm gonna summarize, okay? And first important part is in the laning. When you have a lane advantage, you don't want opponent to like pull the lane for free. And then think about not letting this creep going under your tower. And then second one is rune control. For me, rune control. And then way of securing the rune is making this guy low and then check the opponent's support. Two support or on the map. So this rune is 100% secured. So you can be more chill. Deny, contest this guy more. After this, you want to make yourself healthy to snowball. 5-minute siege. You don't want to like look for rotation in the other lane. Whenever siege is up, you're always looking for the pressure in your lane first before making a side lane pressure. And then another one is way of you making a rotation. This is a very common way. You take the rune and then you go for if you take the bottom rune, then you go for the bottom. If you take the top rune and you go for the top, right? But this is some special case, and also your hero is also special. And special case 1, because the lane is not good for you to gank. And then special case 2, because you're playing the queen. Special case 2, because you have the regen rune, you want to fully utilize on this rune. You want to farm everything. You can still be healthy to TP down here to use blink to gank. So your game is like accelerated. And then another important part is like you can play with your strengths, but it's also important to play with opponent's weakness. And then after the fight, you are the off cooldown. When you're off cooldown, you want to create the map side lane pressure. So this lane is coming, you want to pressure this. But now you cannot clear this. Why? Because Earth Spirit is not showing. Pango plus Earth Spirit can kill you. So you farming this is right. And as soon as Earth Spirit show, now you can go here to play this lane aggressively. Yeah, pretty much that's it.
Thank you so much. I think I learned a lot. Like, I also made notes, so at least the advanced preparations will help. Because right now I panic whenever there are fights or like whenever there are runes, or I'm not sure where to go and stuff when I'm mid.
Yeah,
So
just
thank you
think
for
about the
clarifying.
natural rotation with the rune. Yeah, thank you.